Yes. It's Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today, we take a look at the chilling words of Robert Helenius, directed to none other than Anthony Joshua. Okay, so, where are we? Robert Helenius, who has sparred against Anthony Joshua several times in recent years, says if he gets the opportunity to face Joshua in a fight that counts, the veteran heavyweight says he's confident he'd achieve what was expected of him 10 years ago. Robert says, if I fight with Joshua, that would mean that Finland would have a new world champion. Okay, so the 36-year-old Helenius won the WBA's World Championship when he upset previously unbeaten Adam Kawanaki by fourth round technical KO last month in New York. That impressive victory at least moved Helenius into position to eventually challenge England's Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, of course, is the holder of the WBA, WBO, IBF, and IBO championships. I think it would be a really interesting fight. It would go well for me, very well. I've also been there, sparring with him, so I know a little bit about him. I know him a little bit. He's a good guy. I like him a lot. But he's standing in my way for the title, so I have to take him down. Okay, it's unclear at this time, according to the WBA's rules, who its mandatory challenger for Joshua's super heavyweight title is. In the mix is Emmanuel Cha, 33, 31, and 4. 17 KOs. Manuel Cha, hold on. I think he's changed his name now. I think he's changed his name back to his original name. What is it? Mahmoud? I think he's changed his name back to Mahmoud. I don't know why he changed it to Manuel in the first place. That's kind of curious. Manuel Cha is the WBA's World Heavyweight Champion. For various reasons, he hasn't boxed since November 2017. Very strange. America's Trevor Bryan, 20-0, owns the WBA's interim title. Yet he hasn't competed since August 2018. That's the problem over there at the WBA. They got a bunch of champions who are the heavyweight champions. Just a slightly different title. Okay, so Helenius is the WBA's gold champion. Then you have Manuel Cha or Mahmoud Cha, who's the WBA's World Heavyweight Champion. And then Trevor Bryant, who owns the WBA's interim title. Damn. So that's they got three champions there at the top. They got three heavyweight champions. So Cha, having not competed since 2017, November 2017, and Trevor Bryant, the other champion who hasn't competed since August 2018. I remind you, we're in like April of 2020 now. So we're looking at a guy who hasn't fought for 2 years. Yeah, what's that? That's more like 2.5 years. And another guy who hasn't competed for 3.5 years. And they hold championship titles with the WBA. It's confused over there at the WBA. Seems like total madness. Helenius says, I think when the time comes, the WBA will do the right thing and declare Robert the mandatory challenger to Anthony Joshua. Okay, that's not Helenius talking. That is his manager, Marcus Sundman. Okay. Sundman goes on to say that Helenius shocked fans in America by knocking out Kawanaki, and he will shock fans around the world again when he defeats Joshua. Okay, so Brian is ranked number 1 among the heavyweights in the WBA's ratings. Neither Cha nor Helenius is listed in the WBA heavyweight rankings. That is crazy. That is very interesting. Okay, so Cha and Brian certainly aren't more deserving of a title shot than Robert, said Mike Barrow, Helenius' advisor. Neither of them has beaten anyone near the caliber of Kawanaki. Joshua won't need to make his WBA mandatory defense until he fulfills similar obligations for the IBF and the WBO. I think, who is it? It's Pulev. He needs to face or fulfill his obligations for the IBF mandatory. The IBF guy is Pulev, and the WBO guy is Alexander Usyk of the Ukraine. Okay, so there we have Pulev. Joshua won't need to make his WBA mandatory defense until he fulfills similar obligations for the IBF and WBO. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist will battle Bulgaria's Kubrat Pulev when the coronavirus is over. Ukraine's Alexander Usyk is the mandatory contender for the WBO crown. Joshua impressed Helenius by the way he outboxed Andy Ruiz in their 12-round rematch in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, on December the 7th. Helenius says he did stick and move, like he said he would. It was a good decision not to go in fighting with a guy with much faster hands, so he did well. That said, Helenius still is confident that he would upset Anthony Joshua, whom he gladly would fight anywhere in the United Kingdom. I think it would be like Barclays Center all over again. There would be booing and stuff like that in the beginning, and then as the fight goes on, it will become very, very silent. Okay, so it's a mess over there at the WBA. Nobody knows what's going on. No one knows who the WBA will select as their mandatory opponent for Joshua's strap. It's going to be a waiting game to find out, but it could be argued that some of this chat is very premature because Joshua's got to face Pulev for the IBF, Alexander Usyk for the WBO, and either Manuel Cha or Mahmoud Cha, Brian or Helenius for the WBA, a long way down the road. And yet to further yet complicate things, then we have the likes of Tyson Fury up in the mix, or rather should I say the the winner of Fury versus Wilder. So it's a very, very confused and convoluted situation up at the top. There are things to resolve. The coronavirus has thrown a spanner in the works. Everything is up in the air. What say you? It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And it's the don't forget to look out for the live shows. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 p.m. UK time. Boxing Talk with Rafi. Remember, we got Rick Glazer coming in again this Wednesday for the Wednesday show. And tonight, 9 p.m., Boxing Talk with Rafi, Boxing Talk, and the classic fight. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.